Hello everybody, Jared back again, and welcome to another episode of NHL 21 Franchise Mode with your Seattle Wizards. Alright guys, let's just jump into it. Okay, we are just getting set to start ourselves another season here. It is 2026. This is going to be our 6th or 7th season, whichever one of those seasons it is. Let's take a quick look at what our team is looking like. We've got this awesome first line with our Marcus Giannis here, who is our franchise player. We have another franchise player in Devin Stanton down here. So 2 franchise guys sitting there. And Quentin Byfield we got for our second line center last year. Although, seeing as we do have Olsen here, who possibly could take over that role in the future, although I might want to have him sitting down there on the third line forever. We can maybe have him and Quincy both get like, what's the word I'm looking for here? They can both get screwed over. Is that the correct word? Try and stop their growth. Stunt it. There's the word. Stunt their growth so they can stay kind of in the roles that they are now. Let's take a quick look at our defense before we jump in. It's been a full week. We did get Werenski, and we have Healy. So we got Zach Werenski, for a few years, actually, to play with Healy, which is awesome. We have a +5 on this line with Hiller, who is our new 19-year-old elite top guy there. I wonder what he... Ooh, so he could obviously go up with Healy at some point if we ever were to get rid of Werenski there. But right now, this is an awesome second line. And hopefully I have Carlson playing other places. Right now, he is a role of top 4, so he's probably not going to be too glad to be down there in the third pairing, but he should be okay. Let's take a quick look down at our AHL just so I can see what is around. We have Jarvis down here, who I had up last year, if I recall correctly, but he's still listed as depth. He's pretty awesome, so bringing him up at some point, depending on how his growth is this year, will be fine. Nothing else here, really, when it comes to potential. Then we have Lysel here, who is 23, a top, does not very good defensively, though. Oh, I don't know if that popped up for you guys. So apparently we have software upstate that's ready to be installed. Not right now. So Lessel here is somebody that probably needs to get popped up at some point. We have a couple depth top 6s here that are not quite there, but will probably be jumping up in the future. Another top 6 or power forward. He's a little bit better defensively, so there is an option for bringing him up. You know what? There we go. Even better chance right there. We've got a few low elites and everything in here, don't we? This is pretty awesome. Let's see who we have scratched. Anything that I really care about? Not particularly. Joel McGillis here. Maybe we do want to have him on the starting line. He has 71. Is he better than anybody here? You're a low elite, so absolutely not. You are a low elite, so absolutely not. And you are a top 6 forward. What? Say what now? Why are you here? I must have gotten this defenseman while he was still gone. All right, so we're feeling a little bit better now. Not really getting anything pluses here, though. There, I get a +1 if I do that. Sure, Jarvis, but he would be playing with somebody that isn't as good. Okay, you know what? No. Doesn't particularly matter. That's all a little bit interesting there, but that is fine. Going back to my starting line, back to my offense, there is somebody. You're a top 6. Louis Erickson here. Not Louis. Albin Erickson, you are a bottom 6, so getting you out of here and bringing in, who is the guy that I just brought out? Right wing? This guy. 2-way forward. He is a top 6, though, so having him playing would make the most sense. Okay, so we really should go get one more defenseman because I have no defenseman sitting down here in the AHL to cover us. So let's grab another defenseman in free agents. Doesn't really matter. Just somebody to be there if we had an injury. Phil Kessel. Oh, no, Phil. Phil. Oh, that sucks. Oh, it looks like Sven Berchi is also tiered off, even at 34. That is so terrible. We got this low elite here. We got a few low elites here. Get on my team, guys. I can have these guys sitting around. They have a little bit of potential, and you know what? They may even be something that we can send off as well. Let's just take a look at full potential here and see if there's anybody else. We got one more, guys. You are probably a little bit too old for me to grab, so I'm going to leave you alone. Let's continue going down here. If they're young enough, I will grab them. I'm mostly looking for top 4s. Here we go. We got an OFD in Spence here, so let's grab this guy. He's 77 overall, and we can, you know what? Let's see if he'll take a full contract just so we can stick around for a little while. All right, hopefully those guys will join our team, but in the meantime, let's get some simming going here, guys. We've seen the team. We've been chatting for 5 minutes and haven't got anything simmed. All right, let's actually get the first few months under our belt here. Let's go all the way up to the 30th of whatever month this is and get some movement here. You've accepted. Well, we're probably going to have to actually get out of here in a second. That you'll accept it as well. There may actually be some work I'm going to need to do. We'll see here in a second. And looks like we've already got ourselves an injury. That sucks. Who was it that got injured in defense here? Okay, who do we have to put in here? Apparently they're left defense. Joseph, that's right. Right, and we picked you up to be that depth defenseman because you have half decent stats. Let's sub him in all lines. We even get some +3 there. That's fine. Let's get this week done. We're only played through 3 games. But we need to go to the draft class anyway. Get this initial scouting done. And then I'm going to go and deal with the defenseman that we actually got on and make sure everything is good down there in the AHL. But I'm going to go through and send out my scout to anybody that I need to, such as this guy. We do not have his full type done yet. So I'm going to do everything I do the same. I'm going to do the same thing I do every time. Do scouts of potential and comparison. I'm going to go through the first 32 players here, and then I will be right back. All right, so that is the first 32 players. This is actually number 33 on our list here, just to get that first round all scouted. Let's just make sure there isn't any guys later rounds that I want to throw something out to, such as this guy, who is a 2-tick medium, which means there's a good chance he's at least a, top 6 or whatnot. I'm not going to go into any of the 1-ticks. I am going to send out to this guy because he is a 3-tick low elite, just to confirm or deny if he is there or not. Not going to deal with anything else there. Sure, this guy, why not? He is actually already in the 500, so there's very low chance of him being that top 6. I got a top 4 here that is in... Oh, he's already being scouted, so I'm going to leave him there. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Let's see if there's any gems already discovered. Yes, we have 1 gem all the way out there. He's already being scouted, so that is fine. On that note, I do not believe 2-2, so not a great start of the season, guys. Come on. We're not letting it in too many goals. Looks like Devin Stanton actually is doing pretty good. There was, I'm sorry, just going to the scouts. I think there's 1 scout that I had continued on the NHL. Yep, you. I wasn't able to change his region before, so let's get this guy's region changed. I have 11 scouts active, 8 and 3. That's probably fine. Let's start with Russia. I have 2 scouts in that region. Is there anybody in the world here? There is nobody in the world, so no reason to send anybody there. I have 4 scouts active. 1 there, 1 there, and I have 1 in each spot. Is there anywhere that I want 2? Possibly in the ice. Let's check Nordic here. 0 scouts in the region. There's actually nobody. There's nobody in the SHL. Are you serious? How is there nobody in the Afghanistan? What's the word I'm looking for? Well, I guess this year I'm not going to put anybody there. Interesting. All right, I'm going to send one more player, 1 more scout out here to the Liga, just so that we have multiple out there. There's lots of players out there. He is a D- out there, so that's unfortunate, but kind of just is the way that it is. Are we plus? We're basically A+ in all the regions now. Everybody has learned everything they need to be out there, which is awesome. We have 1 scout going to a new region. It's going to take him a little while to get out there. Okay, before I move on, I'm going to go and I'm going to put in that new defenseman down in the A. We also had a few new players come up here. I just want to see what Reed is. It's really just me adding low elites. If they gain any experience being cut, then they gain experience being cut. You're a low elite, top 6. All right, McGill. Let's get Spence in here instead. If we're gonna have a top 4, we might as well have that top 4 do a little better here. Spence, right defenseman, left defenseman. Yeah, man, that's weird that they're so bad together. Oh well, I'm gonna say that is fine. Okay, before we move on, let's see if there's any contracts that we want to be doing here before we jump ship. Giannis wants to come back. Can we get him on a decent deal? He's a franchise player. He is a franchise player. What does 11.1 times 0.8? Oops. No. 11.1 times 0.85 equals 9.5. I mean, he's already 95 overall. For 7 years, I'm going to say that is fine. Let's see if we can get him for this. That would be on a relatively team-friendly deal. We still have Wright as well. He's probably going to ask for something similar. And he is indeed. I'm going to try 7x7 for Shane Wright as well. This is going to get pretty expensive pretty fast. But if I did 10.4 times 0.85 equals 8.85 roughly. I'll say 8.9 just to be sure. Also not a terrible deal for Shane Wright there. We will have a few big contracts coming up relatively quickly. So we did overpay Werenski here a little bit, but that is okay. Hoglander is going to ask for a contract soon. It will not be as big as he's actually already getting. Brendan Shaw, you're 35 years of age. You're still listed as a bottom 6. I'm going to see, will you come back for 1 year, 1.6, just to give me some time with you? Is there anybody else that's looking to come back? Michael Furland, if we can get you, I'm going to wait on that. I need to save a little bit of money. You do not want to come back. But if I say come back for $1 million, will you say yes? We do, it looks like, have $50 million to spend right now. So we're not in a terrible spot. Wallstead, it is time for your next big Ooh! Oh, dear. Well, looks like I can probably get him for... We're paying him 8.1 right now. Let's see. 4 years at... Let's say... let's stick with 3 years. Obviously, he's going to be around for a while. So let's start with 3 years. Let's just say 8 times 0.85 equals 6.8. I feel like... Let's try this, actually. He's going to be expensive later on. So 8.85 times... Oops. 8.85 times 0.85 equals 7.5. We can get him for 7.5-ish for 4 years. Roughly there. Let's see if he says yes to this. If he says yes to that, that is a pretty good deal for us at that rating, and he's still going to get better. Let's see if if our friends here will say yes to this, and then we will be able to build ourselves around that in the future. It's going to be expensive to keep everybody, guys. That is for dang sure, but we're going to try our darndest. All right, let's get some more simming done here. This is the A. Hopefully everybody will say yes. I'm going to try getting to here, and we'll see what we're up to then. Don't even know where we're simming to. Shaw says yes to coming back. Anybody else going to give me any fun? You don't like that extension, apparently. Phillips said yes. Wright said no. Giannis said yes. So it looks like 2 of my big extensions were not horribly well accepted. I'll have to keep working on them as the season goes on. I may want to... We got some people getting a little bit upset, but we should be doing pretty well here. Yeah, 7, 2, and 1, which is basically the complete opposite of the Arizona there. We're doing okay. We are in the league lead in our division, which is awesome. We are doing pretty good in net. Not amazing, but not terribly either. It's going to be a good year for rookies. Yes, I've noticed that when I was looking at the draft class. It seems like we are doing pretty well. Bjorn is ready to come back. Everybody's looking pretty good out there. Just making sure everything's fine. All right, let's go to defense. Joseph, you've been doing awesome, but unfortunately, we are going to have to throw in Mueller here. Bjorn, get in there, Bjorn. Oh yeah, guys, doing good shit. A bad loss, but we come back with a good win right afterwards. Another solid win. We are doing pretty well this month. I'm pretty happy. Hopefully we get some half decent growth. We'll check the progress reports once we get to the end of this month, and hopefully we're doing pretty good. We are kind of flip-flopping around here as a 500 team, even though our record is pretty good. I would prefer a few more win-to-loss ratio if we can do that, guys. Yeah, we basically win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Not exactly the kind of team that I want to be. All right, yeah, we're going into December 1st. We finish it off with a win. We are second in the division, but once again, it's a pretty tight division, although it does seem to taper off quite heavily after the top three teams, doesn't it? Yeah, it's the Ducks, the Oilers, and the Wizards that are fighting it off for dominance there. All right, let's take a look at our team stats first, and then we'll take a look at the player stats. So here we are. Goals for and goals against is absolutely staggeringly awesome. Look at that goals against. Our goalie is absolutely wrecking face. Power play is okay, not as good as I would like to see it. Penalty kill, however, is absolutely fantastic. Our home record is we are lethal. Lethal in Seattle, guys. 6-4. It's not the end of the world. All right, looks like Stanton's getting some growth here, which is good to see. He's the only one that's roughly a point per game. Everybody else is kind of tapering off after that. Although it looks like Keeley and Werenski are doing quite well on the defense there, which I like to see. I would definitely like to see Quinton do a little bit better than that if I'm being honest here. Let's take a look at our goalies, see how they're doing. Wallstead is absolutely just wrecking face. Both of our goalies are doing absolutely fantastic this year. But this is a Vezina-esque season that Wallstead's pulling out right now. Let's hope that he can keep up the hard work. Okay, let's take a quick look to see what our progress reports are looking like, and then maybe we will take another crack at some of those contracts. So, starting with the NHL, Shane Wright, what are you looking like? A lot of stat growth, which is probably upping his contract price. And looks like Nils is holding on to his stat growth. More stat growth. Stanton, a little bit of stat minuses. And you, my friend, are getting some pluses to his defensiveness. A lot of stat minuses, but a lot of stat pluses on the side as well. And we get a little bit of natural decline here, unfortunately, from our 35-year-old Andrew Shaw. Not what I want to see. A lot of stat growth from a lot of these guys. You, my friend, you are in the second line already, so we have you in the spot you need. He does have some actual growth there, which is nice to see. Bunch of stat from you. Are you tapering off there, Mr. Ferland? Yes, natural growth. He is slowly tapering off. And it does seem like Quinton has a lot of stat minuses, but not a lot going on elsewise. I did want to see if Wallstead was growing at all. He's getting some stat minuses even with his play style and his play. That's crazy. Tony Tutu, what a great name, by the way. Is getting some natural growth as a low top 9. Well, there, I got you for your name, but you are kind of showing off a little bit. We are not getting the growth that I'm looking for here, unfortunately. It does look like Silvestri is getting a little bit of growth there, but not a massive amount of growth. All right, let's take a look at contracts. See if there's anything I can do. Shane Wright is saying no. What are you asking for now? You're asking for a 4x11. I'm gonna have to wait on Shane Wright. I'm not gonna offer that right out of the gate here. I'm also gonna wait on Ferland, seeing as he is starting to regress a little bit. Wallstead is also saying no, but hopefully he'll change his mind, because at this contract right here, That would be a crazy if he said yes to a, because that would be like we would be able to get him for $8 million here for 7 years, which would be insane. I'm gonna have to wait until they change their mind a little bit. Hopefully they will change their mind as the year goes on, and we'll be able to get them to a little bit more cap friendly contracts. Okay, let's get a few more months simmed out of here, guys. Yeah, let's get ourselves all the way up to the 30th of whatever month this is, and we'll see where we lie. Now, depending on growth this year, we may have to, I'm gonna let them just do their own draft, their own scouting for this first one. We have a head coach that has been fired. I'm gonna leave them be. I'm okay with my head coach for right now. I'll look in the off season if I need to. Some real, looks like Sean Healy got himself injured. We've had some pretty big goal scoring games here, which I love to see. We are getting a lot of, if we looked at our, point production, we are scoring a lot. Good God, you guys. Good Lord. What is happening? This team is wrecking face, keeping the puck out of the net, other than that Philly game. Okay, you guys, come on now. No need to embarrass teams. Giannis has been injured until January 2nd. That's not a huge far distance away. Let's throw Stanton up here. Let's throw McKinnon. Wow, Oliver. They're all grinders. There we go. We'll do this. You know what, Zach? You can play on the third line for a little while. Have fun, dude. I'm best linesing it apparently. I just made a silly mistake, you guys. I just hit best lines. Okay, we're gonna best lines it until the first, and then I'm gonna have to go through and fix it all. I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. Why would I have done that? I guess I could have. Okay, if we win this game, guys. Holy crap. We just won every single game. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And then you get to be Giannis. And then you get to go down there. Ooh, Shane, do you play wing? It doesn't, but you're my franchise player. How good are you at face-off? 75. Quentin, you're like 84, right? Yeah, we're definitely leaving Quentin there. You know what, Shane? You've been moved over to right wing, my friend. You are going to be on the right wing of the second line. And to be completely honest, he could technically be trade bait in the future. He is our first pick, though, so I don't really want to. But we have our two franchise boys here that are probably going to be held steady for a while. I have a feeling that this is going to be the first line of the future in the future. But for right now, we're going to leave it as is. Unless I want to try it. I could try it. Are you... you're still listed as depth, strangely enough. He's not getting the points I really want out of him either. I wonder if I want to try, not Zach, Phillips. So Phillips is also listed as depth. So everybody's basically listed as depth. And you know what? Grabber, Shavrev, or whatever, you're going to stay where you are, my friend. This is wrong. You get to go here. You get to go there. There we go. Everything is good to go. I think that I can probably leave special teams where it is, unless on the penalty kill. No, Carlson's already there. PK Carlson's already there. Okay, Carlson's gonna be getting the time he needs, so he's not horribly stat minused. Individual performance, lost morale for ice time. Okay, you know what? Gabriel Carlson, I may need to trade away. I just don't have the room for him. These guys, I think, are all staying. Baron is obviously staying because he's awesome. Carlson may have to say goodbye. So if I put Joseph in right away, it would actually be fine. So you know what? Let's try and trade Carlson away right now before he loses any more value. Sorry, I was just going back to look at this month. This is what? The month of January? This is the month of December. We went undefeated in the month of December, guys. How many wins did we win in a row? We won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 wins in a row. Good God. And yeah, we're spreading the wealth out point-wise, it looks like, quite well. Shane Wright only has 41 points in 38 games. Giannis' point per game as well. And then it goes off point per game. And then we're just spreading the love. Spreading the love. We have, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players that are on pace for above 40 points a season, guys. That is crazy. Werenski is doing pretty well back there. Finally, we have a defenseman that is going to be getting above 60 points a season, most likely. And Ghost isn't doing too terribly either, and neither is... Oh, wait, did he drop off? Yeah, Healy dropped off. You're not supposed to be scoring that many points anyway, dude. But you're still on pace to get above 40 points a season, which is pretty awesome. Oh, I want to see our goalie before I run away. No, don't do that. How you doing, dude? All right, Wallstead has dropped off a little bit in save percentage, but when it comes to wins, that's insane. And look at Jari. Good God, Jari. Absolutely wrecking face. What a backup he's being this year, eh, guys? All right, let's take a quick look one more time, see if there's been any big jumps in progress reports. I don't think there's going to be anything too crazy. Shane Wright. Ooh, there's a little bit of face-off, actually. Yeah, that's perfect, but I've already moved you off, dude. You've made your choice. Giannis. Just a lot of stat pluses. And we're still getting the stat minuses for Stanton there, which is unfortunate. And I think that looks like Shaw is continuing to drop off. All right, let's take a look in the system. Is there any big jumps? Yes, we have had some big jumps. This goalie, 1951 overall. He's jumped up 17 points. Tutu is now up to an 61 overall. Lots of jumped up points. 69 for Sojin. Ramjan Singh is up to a 77. Let's take a look at his defensive stats here. Not bad, actually. Not terrible. So he's a potential in the future. Another low elite here. Our medium elite goalie, 20 years old. It's mostly morale growth, but a little bit of growth. He's doing pretty well here. Okay, so I'm looking for posing a trade. I think I'm looking for a right-handed defenseman. So let's take a look first off. Man, look at all that trade value we have. It's getting a little bit ridiculous, isn't he? All right, I'm looking for Carlson, who has a decent amount of value right now, but his morale is so low. All right, looking at... So it won't tell me who is right-handed and who is what. But I think that... I think it's a lot of lefties that we have. Isn't that true? Left, 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 left. Yeah, we need some righties. Absolutely, we're going to need a righties. All right, yeah, so I'm going to try and trade Carlson for a right-handed defenseman that I can hold around for a little while. Now, I know that there is the find a trade button there. See, this guy will say left and right. Why won't the other one say left and right? Annoying. Got Berg here. You're also a left, though. Larson's a little bit too old. Matheson is also a left, so we're going to have to say no to you. Now, Drysdale is obviously a little bit too much value, and he's also going to outgrow us pretty fast. We wouldn't mind someone that can stay in that role for a long time. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, they're actually almost done that contract. That's pretty good. You are 22 overall. You're also a left. Man, so many left defensemen, guys. This guy, Patan, you're also a lefty. But offensive defenseman, not bad. Low elite. He's gotten 2 years on a good contract. I'll see if I can find somebody else first. You're left or right. You're a two-way, not bad stats. You want to be a top 6 for defenseman. You don't have a lot of growth and you have a few years left. This is what we're going for here. That is absolutely what we're going for. We're going to see if we can pull back another draft pick. I don't really mind about having a two-way there. Two-way is fine. I'm going to try for a second here. Let's see if this goes through. I doubt it will. But we probably can throw something their way from our other players here. What do we have? We've got that top 9. We've got you and you. Kind of want to hold on to 2-2. Let's try and hold on to 2-2 if we can. We got another top 6 here. Now I may not need to throw all of this their way, but you know, if we can, you know what? Yeah, let's try not to throw all of it. Might be able to get some low end picks with the other stuff. You're not even in the right city, not even the same ballpark. Oh, I didn't even read it last time, did I? Okay, in that case, you. Let's try that, and then we'll make our way up. Okay. I know I said I wanted to keep 2-2. Medium. Well, that's Giannis. We have another Giannis? Oh. Well, there's that. You're pretty good. No. 21, no. Bure's not going to get it. Now, I may just have to... You're low elite. I don't want to give up my low elites if I don't have to. Let's see if I can't throw in a third. Okay, you know what? I think that we can probably just give up on getting that second. Maybe a third for the... Wow, you guys have a lot of fourths. Third for this year and a third for next year. Will that go through? That will not. How about a third and a fourth? I'm not gonna try and fleece them, but I want to get a decent amount back for this. All right, you're saying no to that. How about just the 1/3? Wow. Well, you know what? I'm not horrified if we're not going to get a lot back for Carlson here. How about we get back 3/4? Nope. Wow, they do not want to get rid of this Chikra guy. Okay. 1 for 1? Wow. All right, that took us a lot of value to get that player. Oh, I didn't even check what his scheme fit was. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Was this a horrible, horrible plan, guys? Oh, no, I feel terrible. Are you going to fit my scheme? Ah, you're fine. Good on you, my friend. And we can even do this. There we go. Let's take a look. What does he even look like? What's your scheme fit? Oh, look at that. He's even good. That means he could be brought up and actually even fit up there once he gets good to go. All right, I feel a little better about myself now. I didn't screw up too terribly. Okay, let's get a little bit more simming done. Then we're going to go check to see if any of those contracts are good to go. Possibly, let's just get this month simmed up and then we can see. I don't want to leave them too long off contract. All right, so that was a 17-game winning streak. And then we come back with 2 losses. Not cool, guys. Oh, guys, come on. I mean, we do have a 10-point lead. We are in second in the entire league. In fact, we're now tied for first. I don't even know. Blues look like they are having a crazy, crazy season. Oop, Wallstead got himself a wee bit injured, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go in the system and pull up a goalie. Markkanen, you, my friend, are on your way up. Let's edit some lines and get this going here. So, just taking a look at defense there. That's fine. Goalies, Jari, you are going to have the front line role. Got ourselves a backup and Markkanen. I think we have to go down to the A and fix this as well. We got Homer, apparently. There you go, Homer. Hopefully that'll help you out there a little bit. Looks like they want Giannis, my goalie, for McLeod in a 4th? What does McLeod look like? Sorry, guys, I got the hiccups here. Mikhail McLeod, 87 overall, 28 two-way forward. Yeah, I'm going to say absolutely no go to that, guys. Sorry to say. All right, we're back on a little bit of a winning streak here, keeping the puck out. But now that we've lost our goalie, we're starting to let a little more in, I think. I'm going to say that's the reason. Okay, some more scouting. It looks like this first overall guy is being scouted by Graham Hams Scaub? I don't care. I'm going to go through and send out the scouts as need be, guys, through this first round and see what else we need to scout around. So I will be right back. We already got you fully scouted, starting with you. All right, bye. See you guys in a second. All right, so that is the entirety of the first line getting themselves scouted out there. Looks like we have a potential franchise player out there somewhere. Where are you? You're in the USA, but he's all the way potentially up in the 4th round. So I'm not too sure if he's going to be that, obviously. But there's a chance. There's always a chance. Any 2-ticks? No 2-ticks that are out in the boonies. Looks like we have a goalie that we're scouting that is a potential gem. So it's a nice thing that we're scouting him. You are fully scouted, so let's pin you. Fully scouted in, looks like the late 3rd round, so that would be not a bad pick to go for. We got another guy here that we're scouting that is a gem, and then that is it for the low elites. Any top 6s that are past the 30 mark. You're already being scouted, and you are not, so let's send out a scout to make sure that we have this guy confirmed. Let's also pin him and pin him because those guys are both possibly out of the top there. This guy is already being scouted, so I'm going to leave him be. And I think that's basically it for everybody that we're scouting. Let's take a quick look to see if there's any gems out there that I haven't already passed. Yeah, there's just gems. Scouted, and scouted. Everybody is being scouted. Perfect. We'll see if any of those guys pan out for us. All right, let's get the rest of this month gone through. Looks like the, I'm just going to say decline. I make up my own rules. I don't want no Landeskog. Who would like a Landeskog? That's silly. Decline. They really want to do McLeod there. I probably should go and take everybody off my trade block, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Still not a huge amount of point per game players here, guys. Looks like Shane Wright is holding on to the lead there, though. Yeah, he's the only one that's point per game. Lots of players that are going to get a decent amount of points, including Werenski. So we got at least a few defensemen that are making their mark, but nobody really pulling ahead when it comes to points there, which is, it's okay. I'm not terrified at it. Wallstead did okay. Markkinen got a 1 win on the 1 game he played, even though he got 3 goals against. Never mind. 3 goals on 22 shots, not great. But other than that, doing okay. Let's take a look at our team stats to see how everybody's doing here. We've got a 7-point lead, which is pretty hefty. Still under a 2.5, which is glorious. Above a 3.5, which is also where we would want to be. That's amazing. 25% power play. That is the 2nd in the division. And the only player in the only team in the division that has above an 80% penalty kill. That's amazing. We are still lethal at home. Have had a little bit worse last 10 games than we have had in the past. But luckily, that 1 month that we had made up for it. We're going to be fine for a little while. All right, let's go take a look at contracts, see if any of those guys have changed their mind, if they're going to say yes now. Werenski's saying yes, Wright is saying no, and Nils is saying yes. Nils wants 6 years at that price. Does it go down? 5 years. You know what? Let's say 4 years. Does it go down even more? How about I say 4 years and we give him this contract? This is a tradable contract. So 8 point. Oops. 8 point. Let's just say 1 times 0.85 equals 6.9, basically. 4 years at 6.9. Even if he is like, if he drops back down to an 85 overall, that's not terrible for that contract. Hopefully he says yes to that. Shane Wright is going to say 4 at 12. We're probably going to have to get him in the offseason. Werenski, what are you looking for, my friend? I'm going to try to get him for, I'm probably going to wait for the offseason. I do want him back, but I'm going to see how much money I need to spend to keep him. And Ferland, I'm just going to offer the contract just to get it out of the way. I don't think he's ever going to... Oh, right. He doesn't want to come back. I should have offered him more money. Oh, well. You're still saying no, my friend. But are you saying no to anything crazy? I'm going to continue to wait on Wallstead. Hopefully he'll say yes in the future. Is he injured still? I think he is still injured. Just make sure I didn't miss something there, though, because I would prefer to have him in net if possible. Yes, he's still injured. Okay, cool. Let's get ourselves a little bit closer to the trade deadline, and we'll see what's what. We have a little bit of stuff to throw around. Not a huge amount, but enough that we might want to make a few small moves. We've got the Columbus Blue Jackets firing their coach. And Jesper Wallstedt is available. I'm not too sure if he... Just go to goalies. He's still injured, but I still have to send him down. Wait, what? What? Do I have too many players up here? Oh, yeah, we have too many skaters. No, we don't. We have 21 of 20 skaters. Okay. Okay, so that means that... Let's just do this. Joseph, I'm going to send down. Sorry, cancel. Joseph, go down, please. Oh, we'll be under the salary cap. Oh, gosh. Huh. How am I going to solve this? Seriously? What does auto fixing the offer do? You're gonna resign. Nils said yes. Perfect. I'm gonna let them play it out for a second. Okay, there we go. Now let's get this fixed. All right, so not only did they do that, they also screwed heavily with... Oh, Stanton. Oh, gosh. Yep, that happened, guys. Let's put you there, and then you were gonna go there. Whew. Oh, and then Phillips did that. What happens if I do this? Huh. Well, Olsen is still not even a... You wanted to go there. And you're doing that. And that's how we were doing it. There's no way for us to get a +3 anywhere here. Nope. Nope. Okay, well, we're going to leave it like so. Now, there is a possibility. So, Quentin Byfield. So, Noel Olsen is only a top 6 forward, but there's a chance that he might get a little bit better. So I'm going to try that for a little while. I mean, we have the time, right? We have the time. Obviously, this is what I want in the future. You know what? That's what I want right now. Nils is already a second-line center anyway. And Dante, you're just going to be there anyway. That's going to be your future line anyway. Let's leave it as so. You guys, I want you here. I want you here. Thank you very much. And then in goal, Wallstedt and Jari, perfect. Scratched. Oh, why is Ferland not playing? Starting lineup. Who's playing that Ferland isn't? Ah, Phillips. No. No to you. Michael Ferland, get your ass in there. There we go. I knew there was a +3 down there, and I just couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting it. There we go. Now we're in a much better position. Feeling better about it, guys. 9-2 win. Even the game is like, yeah, Jared, that's a much better setup. Good job, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Man, the Blues are having a year. They're already at 81 points. That is absolutely insane. I should go and see what their lineup is looking like. That's crazy. 85 points. Good gosh. We are probably going to get that 40 win mark by the time we get to the trade deadline, which is absolutely outstanding. Always my goal on these franchise modes. If I can get a team to get to 40 wins before the trade deadline, then that is usually a sign that you are about to get at least a 50-win season. I really want to go see what the Blues lines are looking like. Dante has moved himself up to be our number one player there, or for number one point getter at the very least. Let's see how everything is dropping off. Shane Wright is down below a point per game. Still wrecking face, guys. Still wrecking face. I'm not gonna do anything big there. We've already looked at all these guys. I do, even before I want to do anything, I want to go look at these lines. Let's go view the lines. St. Louis Blues, what are you guys doing? The Zegrasses are 1 and 2. The one Zegrass is now on the left. Oh, that's so silly. What was the other team that I made a multiple of? I can't remember right now. St. Louis Blues. Ooh, okay. Got a 21-year-old. Vladimir Tarasenko, even at 35, is still holding out. That's awesome. This is a Elf Unknowny. Nice. Yeah, they've Robert Thomas has gotten amazing. Palmieri is still holding out. Their Captain O'Reilly. Are you still a Selke player there, guy? Yeah, probably. Zibanejad as, good lord, look at this bottom line. Good gosh. Getting a little bit older, but still wrecking face down there on the bottom line. What do they got in defense? Brody, Pesse, Benning, and Steven Olson, Jake Muzzin. Wow. Still wrecking that down there, too. Although he's slowly starting to taper off. Who do you guys got in net? Gibson. All right. I mean, yeah. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason why they are wrecking face, guys. All right, let's take a look at these contracts, and then we're going to do a quick bit of trading and then finish this season off. Anybody saying yes? Werenski's saying yes to a hefty contract that I'm not going to say yes to. Shane Wright is still saying no and looking for 12 mil. Going into goalies, you're saying no, and you're looking for 10 mil. Now, I could give him 1 mil and give him 10 million and say come back later. We have cap space of 20 million this year. I'm gonna have to take a quick look. There might be some moves that we have to make. I can always he's going to be a restricted free agent, Shane Wright. So I can always, what's the word I'm looking for? You guys know what I mean. And then trade something for something. Yeah, I think the 20 million is what we have this year, which we are just barely under the cap floor. I think we are projecting to have quite a bit less next year. All right, so looking at things that we were able to trade away. Not you, not even skaters. I want to get rid of some of the garbage here. So bottom six, and a top 6. Let's get rid of you guys. Does anybody want any of these picks? No. All right, well, the Leafs, give me a 3rd. Thanks, guys. They don't think it's a big deal. It is a big deal. You guys just gave me a potential top 6 player. Let's get rid of... I want to hold on to 2-2. But these guys are all low top 9. Nah, I don't want them. I don't want no low top 9s. Anybody want 2-2? Somebody wanted all of them. Boston? Give me your picks. Will you give me a 3rd? Nope. Will you give me a 4th and a 5th? Nope. Just a 4th? Yeah, there we go. Getting ourselves some picks. Yeah, we are just barely on that deadline there, guys. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for contracts until later. I think there really isn't, unless I really wanna secure myself. So Shane Wright isn't as big of a deal. Werenski wants to come back. Okay, look, never mind. I can see the total salary there. So we actually only spent, we've only spent 76 million next year, and the salary cap is 100. So we have 25 million to spend, or room to spend, which means that if I give all three of my big boy contracts, we are going to be in a little bit of a tight space. So Werenski, what can I get you down to? That is the question. And who do we have big coming up? This is actually going to be all of the contracts. Everybody, well, Stanton's going to need to be in a few more years. And then Byfield a few years after that. Okay, so Stanton's going to be the big problem coming up here. Hoglander, we just got down for a nice contract. McGinn is good for a few years at a glorious contract. So is Healy. Man, the fact that we got those guys down until 2030, those contracts, is absolutely amazing. I am going to wait until the preseason to go through those contracts, though, and hopefully we'll be able to get them as something better. That's all I need to do for player trades, I think. Let's just take one more quick look if there's any goalies that I missed. Any goalie contracts or goalie prospects that are garbage. We have a fringe starter right there. I'm going to hold on to you. Maybe we'll be able to package this guy together at the draft for a first of some kind. But let's get rid of this fringe starter for something or another. Will you give me... He won't give me a third for that, will you? No, there's no way. Anybody want this guy? Nope. All right, so let's ask for a fourth first and work our way down. No. How about a fifth? No. Might not be able to get anything for this guy. Trade rejected. All right, if he's not going to give me a seventh, I'll just leave it be. Ah, we got a seventh for it. Great. Another shot in the 7th round for something else. That's always nice. All right, let us take a quick... No, we're just going to go right through to the end of the season. What am I talking about? Get to the playoffs, Jared. Stop puttering around. Sim up to this day. So we're going to have to sim through the trade deadline here, which is going to take forever. Man, the Ducks are... Not the Ducks, the Sharks. No! The Stars are absolutely ridiculous. Did you see their record? I think it was like 18-40-4 or something. It was basically the complete reverse of ours. Ooh, Blackhawks have a pretty good team too, it looks like. Lightning are still wrecking face for some weird reason. Rangers are doing good. And then the Wizards. Those are kind of your top tier teams, which means that our first is going to be absolutely garbage. We also have to recall that. The Flames head coach has been fired. Sounds like a fairly regular thing that happens in real life. John Morrill been placed on to waivers. Nope. You're not what I'm looking for, my friend. Another big win there. Must be continuing to spread the love around, though, which is great. And you know what? If all of my players, or if I just have a bunch of 75 point players, who am I to complain about that, right? Who am I to complain? I'm going to defense here, and you, I probably could have just said placed in all lines or whatever. Joseph, get in there. Do your thing, dude. Nice. All right, shootout win, the loss, and Bjorn is already back. Well done, my friend. Hope you had fun, Joseph. We have one right-handed defenseman. That is so very funny to me. Oh, man, I really, really like that second pairing, though. I would be much happier if they were like 83, 84s, obviously. but as they are, they're pretty good. Once again, I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm gonna let the draft class just go. I just don't feel like going in there. Laziness for the win. But sometimes you just gotta let it go, guys. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. I will go into the draft class one more time before the end of the season. Obviously during the off season, sorry. But for right now, let them scout by themselves. They know what they're doing. My scouts are real good. They know exactly what they're doing. They're all A pluses now, except for that one guy. Are we gonna get to our 50 win? We do not seem like we're going to. Come on, boys. You better beat that 100-point mark. Thank you very much. If we're gonna be a dominant team, we better be a dominant team. None of this, yeah, there we go. 50 goal win. I mean, yeah, there, 51 game win. So the Blues, 116 points. Yikes. Lightning, 106 points. Yeah, we did pretty well here, guys. This is a pretty fantastic season. Shane Wright finished it off with exactly a point per game production. That's amazing for Shane. And then our first line comes on here. Dante McGinn comes in with... Yeah, he doesn't actually have great chemistry with our coaches. But almost a 50-goal season. All four of these guys got above goals, sorry. And then we got almost a 60-assist season from Devin Stanton there. And 45 from Giannis, who is playing as kind of a hybrid there as that power forward, which is pretty awesome. Almost 50 assists for Nils Hoglander. Werenski gets almost 60 points, and Healy gets almost 50. 50 points for Quinton Byfield isn't the end of the world. Harold Olsen here, who still is at his depth for some weird reason, got himself 43 points, which is awesome. Ghost, Quincy down there, Shaw, Furland. Everybody did pretty well. Let's take a look at our goalies. 41 wins in 64 games with a 113 save percentage. Not terrible for Wallstead there. Jari didn't quite get what I was looking for. Had a pretty bad end to his season, but still not too terrible. Let's take a look at this team stats, see how our special teams did. So 105-point season, nothing too terrible. Our goals for stayed above 3.5. That's beautiful, and stayed roughly, not quite where I was at, but they got a bit worse, but still better than anybody else in the league. 25%, amazing for the power play, and second best in the division for penalty kill. Kind of evened out when it came to home and away, and 5-5 for the last. The Anaheim Ducks really pushed to the end of the season there, didn't they? Yikes. Wow. Cool. Very cool. Obviously, some of these teams actually haven't even quite finished, so I should actually sim at least one more day so we can see who we are going to be facing, and also take a look at the end of the year stats for everybody. So let's get ourselves up to the 11th here. That's probably when the end of the season will be. Looks like we're getting a big sim there. All right, there we go. Everybody stopped. Yeah, we are going to be against Mick Jesus and the Edmonton Oilers in the start of the next season. Next episode, sorry. Let's take a quick look at... sorry, this is going to be a bit of a longer episode. I've been a little bit long-winded. What are the words I'm looking for here? Been talking a lot. Talking too much. Let's take a look at the entire league and see who is potentially going to win the different trophies. Cole Caulfield is pretty awesome, obviously. And he got that Rocket Richard there. There is one of the Zegrises. Connor Bedard there, looking pretty studly. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Vasily is doing pretty well. There's our Dante McGinn. But yeah, point-wise, definitely wasn't in our favor. Let's see who is the assist leader in the league. Sammy Blaze. Really? Did we have Sammy at the beginning of this? I think we had Sammy Blaze, and he's out there. Wrecking face. Good job, Sammy. Although that's where he's just passing it to Cole Caulfield. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah. Yamamoto is obviously passing to McJesus and to Draisaitl, who is doing pretty well. And Quentin Hughes and Elias Pettersson both are getting up there. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's take a look at the cool points, such as power play points, Tarasenko. Cool. What about... Let's start with hits here. Aho, Zegras, Renrick. All right. Let's takeaway, giveaway, takeaways. Middle stat does not have great face-offs. I think this one might be Barkov's to win, although Ryan O'Reilly. I guess it might depend on what their points were. Definitely going to be Barkov. I'm going to say this is Barkov's to lose. Let's take a look at just defensemen, see who's going to get that defensive trophy here. I think it's probably going to be Quinn. Yeah, Quinn's going to get it. Yeah, Quinn's going to get it. Norris for Quinn. Looks like Deline and Makar and Luke, man, it's a bit of a youth movement here, guys. This whole generation is starting for a movement. That is nice to see. Werenski is up not in consideration, but at least he is up there. So we have one defenseman finally making a move. Let's get at least, let's say 50 games played. I'm gonna give it to Wallstead. I think Wallstead, yeah. I think Wallstead might win this. Now, Gibson has quite a bit less games played, but his goals against average is worse, and his save percentage is worse. I think Wallstead might win the Vezina this year, guys. That is amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's take one quick glance at the Edmonton Oilers. Well, actually, before we do that, let's even take a quick glance at my contracts. Anybody saying yes that weren't saying yes before? You're asking for the same. Shane Wright is asking for the same. And you're saying no. But you're asking for the same. He's going to be a restricted free agent next year. So if we have to tender him. There's the word I was looking for before, guys. Tender. If we have to tender him, we can. But we should be fine. We'll see in the offseason. All right, let's take a quick look at the Edmonton Oilers. And then we're going to call it quits for the episode. Edmonton Oilers. McJesus, Gurionov, Gord, Draisaitl, Colin White. Interesting. Brendan Tanev, Nieto, Akil Thomas, and Alex Formention. That's a great name, by the way. Oh, a Chikrin, Tyler Myers. Wow, they got like half of Vancouver's defensemen here. How did you turn out, by the way? Not bad. Jake McCabe, Madison Bowie. A little bit of an aging. You know what? Yeah, a little bit of an aging, but roughly 30-year-old. This is actually pretty funny that both these guys are on this team. Chikrin got chosen right after Juolevi and is obviously the better defenseman at the moment. Juolevi might be better in the long run, but I highly doubt it. Who do they got in goal? Hellebuck. Wow, they're a bit deadly. Obviously, with Draisaitl and McJesus, they're obviously deadly, but we will have to see how it turns out in the actual playoffs. Obviously, we did better than them in their regular season, but that doesn't mean what it's going to mean in the playoffs. On that note, I'm going to leave this episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode when we go through the playoffs against our division rival, the Edmonton Oilers, and see how far we can get it in this playoffs. I feel pretty good about this one. I feel like we can get far this season, but we will see. All right, guys, see you in the next one.